Moin! Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're checking out this video from Christopher Russell's channel. He's speaking about his experiences as a black American living within Germany, moving to Germany, and his experience with the differences in how he's treated. Presumably he's going to be talking about, the ways that he was treated in the States versus how it's been living in Germany as a black American. Let's get it. Let's get to the video and see what he's got to say on the topic. It's always interesting, and it can be a tough topic especially for countries like the States that is constantly reckoning with this history, and they're constantly being divided, and they're seemingly constantly at each other's necks. There's so much fear. The government instills so much division, and not just politically but racially, and through all of these different subgroups. Conquer and divide. Divide and conquer is how the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. The bourgeoisie continues just getting it. Let's get to the video, man. Let's check it out.
Hi. What's up, everybody? Christopher back with another video, and since you read the title, I know that you already know what this is about. I was hesitant to do one of these because there are just so many out there that you can have your choice of clicking on. I mean, take your pick. But the thing is that everybody tells this from their perspective. So you're likely to get a different perspective on this certain topic from each person that you click on. So I figured I'd do mine. I probably won't even say anything that you haven't heard, but at least you'll hear it my way and from my point of view. Before I begin, I do kind of have somebody who kind of wants to help me say what I need to say. And
who is it?
Here he is, my man, JP. First of all, I'm brother Jack Powers.
Jack what? Looks like a rapper. It looks like Ice Cube.
By the illusion that's...
I mean, it looks like an Ice Cube video is what I thought, like with the Lokes on and the close-up.
Has been abolished, is spread about. It thrives systematically deep within the heart of the country like a plague.
Wait, what's his name? Sounding like Ice-T now.
Here he is, my man, JP.
First
of all, I'm brother Jack Powers.
Jack.
While the illusion that slavery has been abolished is spread about, it thrives systematically deep within the heart of the country like a plague. Yes, they pass laws acknowledging basic human rights for all people. And yes, there's a constitution. But if you dig deeper...
6 a.m, police at my door.
Basic human rights for all people. And yes, there's a constitution. But if you dig deeper, you will find that those historical documents and guidelines were not meant for people like me. Sneaky programs like welfare, WIC, and other government assistances that take the black man out of the black family were meant for people like me. Systems that introduced mind-deteriorating hardcore drugs and an oversupply of alcohol into the black lower-income neighborhoods were meant for people like me. Uneven laws and a law enforcement trained to seek, agitate, provoke, and hunt were made for people like me.
If you like this type of, he's not rapping, it's kind of like a spoken word piece. But this kind of messaging, it reminds me of Killer Mike, who's an American rapper. His album Rap Music, which stands for Rebellious African Peoples Music. It's a great album, by the way. But he gets into that, like how the crack epidemic and drugs and things that were introduced, and how America perpetuates a lot of those issues and created a lot of those issues on purpose. CIA.
I mentioned Planned Parenthood, or the puppets with their negative musical influence, or the adamant push for homosexuality in the black community. You see, the only thing that has changed is time. We are still looked down on. We are still fighting for equality. We yet still can have peace of mind, if only to barbecue food, to nap when we tired, to swim when it's hot, to wear hoodies, drive cars, to carry legally, have cigarettes, to sell lemonade, to play in a park, to help protect and serve, to be left alone in our homes.
Man, this video escalated quickly.
All we need is time to work on our healing, time time to reverse the
Yeah.
programming, but how can we?
Reverse the programming. I like that. Chill. Do your own thing. Do things that are good for you mentally, physically.
When the program is still in operation.
But at the end of the day, you're in a system. You have to work within it.
So before you judge, make sure you know what it is we turning away from, sucker. I'm out, but I'll be black. I'm Brother Jack Powers.
Jack Powers?
He gets so into it. So in my experience,
He gets really into
I
it.
would say that generally no one really cares about my skin tone. I have mentioned in other videos that I have been nothing but welcomed since I came into this country. I've been given the same help, the same assistance with integration as anybody who wasn't me has gotten. But just from where I just came from. The first thing is I'm not on anybody's radar as far as law enforcement. From what I can see, there's no deep-rooted hate for me of any kind or any kind of plan to see me dead or locked up, and that's kind of refreshing. In fact, I've ridden a train with the Polizei. Those guys were right on their way to work just like I was. Both of us just riding the train, enjoying a cup of damn coffee. Whereas where I come from, I am sure enough a target for law enforcement. A lot of the times they look at me and I'm already guilty of things before I even do anything. I feel like their objective is to not deal with my kind.
Yeah, to be profiled must be just the worst feeling.
And at all. So they'd rather see me just gone than to risk having to face me one day. Whatever. Another thing is I don't feel like I'm black male stereotyped. I may be American male stereotyped, but that's another thing. I can literally walk into any store and not feel like I'm being watched. Like I'm about to snatch up a turnip or some damn body soap or something. I can be just as comfortable as anybody else. Whereas where I came from, not everywhere, but in a lot of places, for some reason, they expect me to want to take things from them. Like, I don't even understand that. Why? In fact, we're not even the ones
Because it's a culture of fear.
that they should be worried about. We're just not, statistically speaking. But you know, since media is more or less in on the agenda, that's what they've been fed, so that's what they believe. One last thing is, here, brothers I see, I can actually engage with and speak with and conversate with strangers. I feel like maybe it's kind of a, hey, we're a rarity and hey, it's good to see you here too. It's good to see you doing something different too. That kind of feeling that we just kind of instantly bond. I call it the Insta-bond. No one really mean mugs here from what I've noticed. No one's seeking any domination of any block or neighborhood. At least in this area, we see each other, we acknowledge, whether by head gesture, verbal, or even physical. And it's just all good. And in my experience, this is with my fellow stateside brothers and African brothers. The mentality is just mad different. It's just different. Whereas where I came from, the mentality seems to be, let's see who's the better black man. Which one of us is dominant over which? Who has the hardest mugs? Who has the toughest look? I've been in situations where too long of a
So it's cultural differences.
glance can escalate because it's taken as a challenge. Not a good position to be in, especially if that person is so deep on that kind of mindset. All I want is for brothers to unite. In summary, I would love to say that my experience here is no different than it is in the States. But the truth of the matter is, it just is. And many, many people are going to hate to hear that, but it's just better, and I don't know how else to say it. Will it always be? Who knows? Right now it is. The main thing that I want people to understand is that this is my experience. I don't speak for everybody that looks like me. I don't speak for everybody that came from where I came from. But that is my big experience on being black in Germany. Are you black? Let me know what your experience is like. Maybe yours is starkly different than mine. Let me know
I'm not.
underneath the like button what your experience is like. I'm very active in the comment section. For now, though, that's going to be it. And I thank you guys for watching. I will talk to you in the next video.
That was cool. Cool segment, interesting video, interesting perspective. And that's his perspective, right? That's like this part of the video is super cool. I like that. It's kind of like a politically charged, almost spoken word piece with that interesting, this character that he's playing, Jack Powers or Jack Pouse. I couldn't quite understand what he was saying there. But yeah, in summary, you hope that a country and that a people can strive towards becoming the most, a place of equality amongst its citizens, a place of tolerance, non-prejudice, a place where everybody's looked at the same. People are treated based on what they say and their actions, and not because of skin color or sexual orientation or political beliefs, or, people are treated evenly and fairly and justly, regardless of any differences that you have. Because at the end of the day, we're all very much closer and very much the same, much more than we are different. That's the truth of the matter. All right,